Hi, my name is Mike Wilson. I'm a Senior Relay Applications Engineer with United Group. Today I'd like to cover testing a 50P1 element in an SEL 751A feeder protection relay. We'll be using RTMS software, that's through PowerDB, as well as an SMRT test set. Okay, starting from the PowerDB Lite home screen, we'll pick SMRT and click OK. I'll go down here to the device that's been booted up. And we're here at the splash screen. First thing I'm going to do is going to come up here to select New Test. And we're going to look at a ramping feature under the standard column. That'll bring us to our ramping screen. And as we can see here, we have a single ramp. We're starting off at 85% of the expected, not to exceed 120%. I pulled the setting for the cell 751A, and that 50P1 element is 10 amps. So our expected is going to be 10 amps. Notice here, anything that's in blue can be modified. I typically like to start at about 93% and at 107%. For time's sake, we're going to drop the resolution here to 1/10 of an amp. Go ahead and give this 15 cycles. We see this pre-fault time of 1 second. Instead of doing a stair ramp, we are going to do pulse ramp. And we're going to use those same parameters there. So our expected is 10 amps. We're going to use 15 cycle pulse time and a 15 cycle dwell time, giving it 1 second at 93% of the expected, so 9.3 amps. Because of the way that we're going to set this up, and we'll test on each channel, for A phase, B phase, and C phase, what I will do is come over here to set number of ramps. Click on the set number of ramps, and I'm going to ask for 3 ramps. Now this first one, we see our parameters are here. We have channel 1, but what I want to do is enable all 3 channels. Now on this first ramp, it's only going to enable channel 1. However, when I come over here to select ramp 2, right, everything has changed here, right? So the first thing I want to do is I want to enable it for channel 2. I want to change this to a pulse ramp, and I'm going to put the same parameters in here that I did for the previous one. 93%, 107%, 1/10 of an amp resolution, 15 amp dwell time, or 15 cycle dwell time, 15 cycle pulse width, and our expected, of course, is the 10 amps, the 10 amp value. Okay, so that has our second ramp. Our second ramp looks like it's set up correctly. Now I'll go over here to ramp number 3, take it off of channel 1, move that to channel 3, take it off of stair ramp, move it to pulse ramp, put in, again, the same parameters. 93% start, not to exceed 107, 1/10 of an amp resolution with a 15 cycle dwell and 15 cycle pulse, expected value of 10 amps. There you go. So before we begin testing, I'm going to open up Accelerated Quick Set, open up the hyperterminal, and run the set --L --out 102 terse command. And I've entered 50P1T as the element that we're testing. Save the settings. We're ready to start. Now that we're back at the home screen, we can see, again, we have the 3 ramps. This is for A phase, B phase, and C phase. And as you can see, each ramp, that was ramp number 2, set for B, ramp number 3, set for C. We've set the spare output for the SEL 751A relay. Out 102 equals 50 P1T. There is no time delay on this instantaneous element, so 50 P1T is going to be equal to 50 P1, or 50 P1P, however that relay word bit is in the 751A. And run the test. Okay, ending ramp value was 10 amps, and we're going to take a look at the report. The view report, and we can see our 3 ramps here. Expected value of 10 amps, 5% tolerance. So minimum value would have been 9.5, max at 10.5, expected value at 10, and we hit it dead on each time. So that's how you test a 50P1P or 50P1T element in a 751A relay, as long as the time delay is set to 0. 50P1P and 50P1T are equivalent. If you have any questions, please post them below, and I will see you in the next video.